Welcome too late to the show. I'm your host, Prophet74. Today we're going to look at a Coolmaster, a Hyper 212 Black Edition. So we're going to take a look at it and we're also going to install it, so stick around. Alright, so let's open it up first. I just took this little sticker off right now. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Coolmaster. Coolmaster has a little pull-out area. Take out the first one. Take the whole thing off. There we go. We're going to move the box to the side. I'm gonna take this apart. Here's the Coolmaster system. Let's take out the whole thing. Damn, this is big, actually big. This is a good option instead of having the water cooling system. So it's for those people that want. You could actually add a second fan too. They don't give you the bracket for the second fan. It's only for one fan. I wish they had the second bracket for the second fan, so I could actually. And they have instructions how to set it up. Only one connection. That just makes sense, you know, very simple to do. Just plug it in and you're ready to go. I want to add a second fan, so I am going to get another bracket, one of these brackets, and install it. So I am going to do that. Maybe they give it to you here, so let's take a look. Let's see if they can get oh, they do give it to you. They give you a second one. This is great because I have an i9, so I do want to make sure that I do have the proper connection. So they give you the rubber legs, the actual connections for the bracket itself, so you could connect it to. Here's the side brackets. Oh, let's bring the whole thing out. I like it. So they give you for the AMD version of it and the back bracket too. If you guys can see it, an extra connection for the power connection if you want to split the actual fans. If you have two fans, which is great. Here's the connections that you need to actually tighten it up, and they give you a couple of tools here. Not actually tools, but the whole everything you require. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. And here's the main part of it. These actually go on the side of it, and when you put them on the side, if you guys can see them on the side, then the middle one, there's a middle. Actually, these are AMD, and these are the ones that you need. And then there goes one in the cross from it. It grabs on, which is not bad, and it grabs on through here if you guys can see it. So once you make the contact, you lock them in there. Once you make the contact, you should do it. So this is for the system. Let me see how you guys can see it from up here, a bird's eye view. There's two settings that you have to, two actual screws that you'll plug in if you guys see it. For different formation for the AMD, it's going to be, of course, different. It's going to be this one, and the AMD has a little slot that kind of grabs on, and they're a little wider. But this is for the actual Intel, and we're going to test them out. And before I even test them out, I like to make sure that there's enough spacing. So they do give you the screws that you're going to require to go in the center, and you can lock this in and permanently from moving. So let's go ahead and take everything out. All right, so I have an i9, and I decided to add a secondary fan because I want to make sure that it's nice and cool. So we got this going here. The grip is on there. This one right here, just all you gotta do is put it much so it's nice and stable. I got two fans in there, if you guys can see it. They're Corsair, both of them. Actually, one's Corsair because that's the only one that's compatible with this. I have two connections now. If you guys can see, there's a couple arrows that tell you exactly where the airflow goes, and then this one pushing in too. Don't feel any air here, and on this one it's filling out, so which is great. See that? And this is going to be facing one direction, so blowing in air out to the back. That's pretty much how I want it, standardize it. All right, so we're gonna prepare them, and you guys can see they give me a couple pieces. This motherboard has a brace for water cooling system, and it's ready, prepare, or any kind of fan, which I like about it. So we're gonna go ahead and hand tie these in there, in the corner, and they should fit pretty much. They're universal, so we're gonna set these up in place, and they give you 4 of them. We're gonna pre-test this, make sure that they're fitting correctly. So when this goes down, we're gonna see it like this, and it's gonna go all the way to the bottom. Of course, we're gonna sync it up to the bottom, all the way to the bottom. It's gonna be screw in all the way, so it's gonna be touching, which is perfect. That's what we want to see. These two side by side, you guys can see it. Now let's go ahead and prepare the actual fan. The actual fan is it's gonna have to go this way in the bottom of it, like this. You put one in like this, and then you find the little screw drive, the screw. So we got that tight in there. To the other side, you just drop the screw in there. It makes it easier. There we go. So all we need is the paste. Take this off and embed it in there, and that should do it. All right, so we're gonna demo it right now. I'm gonna see if I could get make sure I could get all the cables connected properly first, and we're gonna see if I can embed it without removing some of the memory. But it seems like I'm gonna have to remove some of the stuff. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough. I might have to remove the fans and put them at the end, because right now at the moment there is no way I could screw this on. If you guys can see it, they're being blocked. So you're gonna have to remove them, and it's very simple to remove them. One pin comes out, and then the other one. So just make sure that you grab the pins. You pull back a little bit, and you could keep them together. See, they all comes out. Once you pull one end, the other one comes out. Keep them separate, and make sure that you put them back after. Not that very difficult to put them back. So right now I'm just testing it out. Make sure without any paste or anything, make sure you can line them up, because if you can notice, they're not lining up. So you just move them to the right. You jump them over to the right. Make sure they're in the right sockets. And these are all, you push them in, and then you push them to the side. Like I say, push them in and push them to the side, so you could be in the right sockets. And they're all lining up perfectly. And all you have to do is embed it, put your gel in there, embed it, and you're supposed to be set. So I'm not gonna required to move any of my spacing, any of the memory or the actual video card. So I could just embed it there. So we're gonna put the paste right now in there and make sure it's in there nice and neat. And then I would suggest once in a while to replace the paste, once a year at least, or once every 2 years, depends on how hot it gets or overclocking. So we're gonna start with the paste right now, and I got the injection here. I'm gonna do a cross. I like to do a cross. Might as well finish this whole thing in there. It was not that much, so just put as much as you can, and that's it. That's all gone. It's a little tiny one, so might as well use it all. So now we're gonna peel this off. If you guys can see it, peel it off for use only. So we're gonna peel it off, and then we're just gonna embed it in there, and then we're gonna start screwing it in. So go ahead and get one right. So if you plug this in, the fans into the motherboard, you are able to control it, the fan control, right? If you plug it into the power, you're not going to be able to, because it goes directly to power source. Now, recommendation, sometimes it's not best to plug these into the motherboard, maybe keeping one off the motherboard and continue, see how it uses because of the power supply. So let's go ahead and plug the other one in. All right, we're just going to do one fan right now. We're going to go ahead and plug it in, and we're going to crank it up and see how well it works. And I see the fan working. Pretty quiet. Blowing air. It's all cranking up properly. Fan is really quiet, really quiet. I can feel the air coming in and coming out here, so which is good. That's what we want. I might just add extra fans on the top to keep the whole system cool. But right now, as it is, it's keeping its normal. We're gonna see how hot it gets. We're not gonna overclock it right now, but my mic is right here. It's like maybe a couple inches away, like maybe 3 or 4 inches away. If you guys can see, I put the wind resistant on the mic so you won't hear the wind itself. So we're gonna put it right over it, just in case. And I would say it would be like 4 inches away. All right, quiet, really quiet. So the last one burned down on me. It's just too much water. I'm through with the water cooling systems now. I'm gonna use more of these fans, but they take more space. They take more actual space. So I'm okay with it. All right, we got it, both of them on. Let's go ahead and crank it up. All right, let's see how cool it gets now.